this is Divine Sunshine, and this is Mama Booker.
Hi, shalom, shalom.
Okay, so now today what we're going to do is we're going to cover in our series the connection between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Is something to kind of look at, especially with all that's going on in the air and in the atmosphere with the new Lions Gate opening up. And we know a lot of things have been shifting, especially emotionally, things that we have to turn ourselves to really start focusing in on self and the hearts of the matter, getting rid of things that don't really settle in our heart space. And so don't forget, before I forget, tomorrow we're going live at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time here on Divineunisouls. You can ask Mama questions about what is about the twin flame journey and all that good stuff. So make sure you tune in for that as well. Clear. Okay, all right. Let's see. What is the destiny? What is the source saying, the overall energies that's going on with the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine as far as the connection is gateways. So right now it seems like there's an opening, and that's probably, again, like I say, from the Lion's Gate that's open. It's an opening there of a gateway because you got a unicorn. Unicorns, we know, are special mythical creatures, very unique from anybody else, and so that's, again, there's a gateway to opening up to our greatness, into our uniqueness as well. It's interesting, they got like a mountain behind there. That means we're going to probably have some trials and tribulations that help us to create us, and that's going to be part of our gateway too as well. I always say on here that this is Earth, this is a teachable planet, and you know, there's no way that you're here on Earth that you're not going to get taught some type of lessons. And for you to be saying, well, you know, on the twin flame journey, whether you're on the journey or the adventure or being a twin or a regular person, you have lessons come to help stretch you. So right now it's opening up a gateway. So to me, it's interesting, it's in the back, so that means the past, or some kind of way in the past you came through that, and now it's opening up a way for you to be your true, unique self as a divine, because that's in the background.
I'm going to, you can put that back.
Okay.
I'm going to add to that. We are in a school of life, so lessons are going to come.
Right.
And if just like when you're in a regular school and you don't pass, that's because you didn't learn what the teacher was telling you, and that's what life is, and that's what our lessons are about. And that's what Bertina is saying, and that's what I am saying. We're in a school of life.
Right, we're in the school of life, right. And so some of us have some lessons we have to repeat over again because we didn't pass that. So again, now it's almost like, now what? Going forward, you got the gateway, it's open, you came from your trials and tribulations, this is like a continuing story. Now you're divine and you're unique. Now moving forward, now what? What are you going to actually be doing from that point on here? You got a sunset there as well, and that's giving birth to that. Here this weekend, I heard a lot of people using the word giving birth, and I said that on one of the readings before about giving birth. So really giving birth to this newness, to this new you. And I know we had the Lions Gate event with Jupiter 1111, and I gave it the title Rebirth of You, which again, it seems like this is what is really replaying in the universe. We're giving birth, and I told you in August, this is about fireworks, setting off things, bombs, implosions, those things to kind of break up those things to create a new pathway for you too as well. So let's look and see what's happening with the Divine Feminine. So with the Divine Feminine, woo, all them cards, for the Divine Feminine. All them cards. Right, now I was about to say this, there. You can tell from what I kept on shuffling. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. So right now, Source saying, as far as with this connection for the Divine Feminine energies, and remember, we house both. So when I'm talking about that, especially what I'm saying about the connection, you should be thinking about what's happening with you. So somewhere in your emotions, in your emotional intelligence, we've got to deal with how we can take these pains that have happened with either childhood wounds, with the DM, as far as even in past relationships, all that stuff. How can we take that and transform it, almost like transmute it? That's another way of saying it, to a greater capacity of love. Is this going back to that gateway, busting through that? I can hear him say, I'm busting out on a serious funk. So that you like Rick James. So now if you busting out, and that's pretty much maybe this I say about this tower, it could be too, but this here mountain represents that pain and suffering you've been through, giving way to a greater capacity. We all know that with every with every mountain, every trial and tribulations of these things that lessons that we are learning help us to grow, so we can have a bigger capacity to be able to love wherever it is, as far as relationship and connecting with other people. And so that's what's the overall energies that's going on with the divine feminine. When we talk about the divine masculine energies, remind me, I gotta make sure I do that one, or I could do a clarifier for that one too. Hold on a second, let me just pull that. What's going on with the divine masculine? Becoming a wise person. So the divine masculine is moving into being a wise person. Okay, and then that's clarified by what? Clear. Let's see, this spoke to me. An individual. Now, to me, in order for you to be a wise person, that means I'm my own person. Just like that unicorn, uni represents one. Like a unibicycle or a unicycle, that means one thing. Interested in this theme here, being my own person. My pain and suffering helps to lead me to be my own person as a divine feminine energies. The divine masculine is understanding to be wise. Again, how to use that mind, that logic, and your heart together to become your own individual person. This is what they're stretching. I want to see the energy card for the divine feminine. Let me clarify her, just to see what we mean by capacity. That's interesting. Right straight out the box is broken heart, which we know we have to heal that too as well. Clear. So that was right there on top. Here's 2 cards here. Again, she's got to take some action to transform the pain and suffering. There again, let your light lead your shadow and tell it where to go, because that's your shadow. Those things, those darkness, that pain. Let the light in there help you to tell you where you need to actually go. With that, this is what they have here. I'm sorry, I have to remember, I have to show you and I have to show her, especially when we're talking about on this journey. This is, again, this interesting. It's got divine feminine here. She's got her bags packed. She only has one bag, so that means, again, like I usually say, no, she got another one in her hand. Reducing those 16 hefty bags down to one, what you really truly just need. Let your light be able to, divine truth or divine light, guide you and tell you which direction you have. She's got her own little light here, like this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. So you got that light there too, and she's got that lighting up her path, so she can be able to kind of see about this baggage, because this baggage is in behind. The baggage is in behind. There is behind her. So that baggage to me represents that past. But then at the same time, she's got the light. So using the light that she has in order to follow the divine light to go moving forward on this journey, or this also where she's going. We got this individual is clarified, so he could be his own individual.
Do you see her? She's going towards her journey. But now, to me, she's going that way, but she's got this light out. It look like she's trying to think she drop it. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay, all right there. And that, again, that light there, clear, could be, again, going about that pain. Because something about that pain there, something tells me to tell that. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that light there is telling her, it's still lighting her way from her past, but that might be something that she might have been decision, because to me, she's not moving forward, she's not going backwards too. She's kind of forking in the roadish too. So again, that could be saying, again, I got this light, I'm trying to really decide, should I keep on with this light work, or should I just drop it and let it go?
There you go. That's what I see.
on that one. Again, now they said about the divine master when they say draw this wise person individual because he has some hostilities. Here we have here.
Okay, right.
He's kind of been defensive about some things, and I think spirit to be is saying is learning it to be take that defensiveness, but use it for the Lord this time instead of using it for your own good here as well, because he's been kind of deceitful about some things going on here with him. So that could be either deceitful about what's happening in the 3D, deceitful about him not wanting the connection, deceitful about him not wanting to be wise, or he could be like sometimes I used to say about myself. Sometimes
I'm seeing something else.
Okay.
Because you said he's a wise person, that he's deceitful, and sometimes you can think you're wise, and let me say this right. He's wise, but he's deceitful, and that's what makes him think he's a wise person. That's what I'm picking up.
Okay, and I was kind of semi getting to the point of saying that he's at the point that he the other option was, and you kind of touching upon that, is that he's using it like with me. Like sometimes I don't let people know how intelligent that I am because I want to see what type of personality are you. And then some people say that kind of works as a double-edged sword too. That's interesting. He's got the sword here because it works as a double-edged sword because at times people when you are smart, they don't believe you when you do come out, but at the same time I use that tactic sometimes to see about how far you gonna take that. Are you gonna take my not knowing this as weakness and then you gonna go in there and play on it and do that like I do, like I call it the Columbo, where Columbo be like, well, let me ask you this, and by the time when he on the show he asks you all those questions, you thinking he just coming in here all disheveled, he don't know nothing, he just asking some dumb questions. By the time he get down there to that 99th question, you say, I think this man owned me, I think he already know I committed this crime. So this is the same way with this divine masculine. It's kind of going into whole different things, but like you said, again, that's another way of looking at it. It's saying that he's using this wiseness, but sometimes I pick it up the colloquium and that's kind of bring that to me again. You getting too wise for your own good. Right. Okay, now he brought that in. So my thing, you getting too smart for your own good. Now you got to kind of watch that. And this is what's going on with the divine masculine. So that brought that in because she said he always in between. But I heard him. He brings the colloquium, the old sayings and things like that. So he getting too wise for his own good. And so that's what's going on with some of these divine masculine energies that's going on. Okay. Let's look and see what's the heart of the matter with this here. The heart of the matter. Clear. Woo, that's a lot. Okay, so for the divine feminine, the heart of the matter, what's going on with you is that we got children that's being affected. So if you got actually children, that is going to be a part. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do the divine master, so I don't know why I sealed this up. Again, you got children that's going to be a part of it. If you don't have children, whatever it is children represent you to be, I'm picking up, is a beginning some kind of way. If it's this new beginning with this connection or whatever, if you're already in union with this person, how is the children affecting you all's connection or you all's union? So here we have is in the divine masculine energies, he's learning how to be loyal, be a master be a master, friendly, how he connects with other people, how he can be loyal with that. That goes back to this about that deceitfulness. And the divine feminine energies right now, when it talks about this new energy, as far as even if they got children or whatever, they don't, trying to nurture. She's trying to work with that energy as well. That's what's going on with that. Get some clear for that one. That's because foot is burning. milk and honey. This children, this new beginning represents a new beginning, kid, which is milk and honey, which is very being nurturing, something about being nostalgic. Again, I still pick up with her some with this past stuff she keeps looking at as well. The elephants represents the past, and so with the past, they're understanding that you want things to be the same. And to you, the past was a good combination of it went smoothly, it was sweet, you were nurtured. So you want to bring that to the table now into the future, again, as far as you being able to find your pot of gold as this new beginning. When it comes to this one now, the divine feminine is now moving in the energies of understanding that she wants to let her friends help her. So she's looking for support. She's looking for her soul family. She's looking for a regular family, looking for that good girlfriend as well to help out at this moment too. That's fine. And so because right now she's looking for that is because she's at a fork in the road. We said that earlier. There we go. That goes back to that confirms what you said. She's at a fork in the road.
Right.
She's at a fork in the road here. We said that because right now she's tired of the monkey business. So that might be where she's feeling like I'm gonna drop this at this point. She knows that she's tired of it. She's been using kind of old paradigms and concepts and ideologies to help her to be able to get out from where she's actually is. And this is kind of working against her because she's not getting any kind of forward movement either with this. But we got the owl here, which means she's got to learn how to be wise. So she's also mirroring what the divine masculine is in her energies within, how to be wise to get out of this fork in the road. And she believes getting this support and help from her friends will help her to be able to get out of this. She understands now the heart of the matter is that she's moving into the energies of true love. This romance is a love of a lifetime. She's looking for the true romance. What is it? Is it in this connection? Is it in someplace else she's looking for it? So she's understanding that this right now, this moment, this magical moment in time is one that's going to help her to create this true romance. And that's why now the divine feminine energies is saying she's trying to work with transforming the pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love, because she's already the gateway. She feels it's an opening now. This is time and her understanding to move forward, because now she feels like she's in that divinity. She understands how special she is. Right now, when it comes to true love here, there's the winds of change. Like I said, she feels this, and this represents your spirituality. The zebra represents the freedom. So your spirituality helps and leads way into your freedom here, and it's a change of direction. This is about third time directions is here. You need to really be able. It's in this card.
Right.
It's in this card. And it's in this card. Again, you need to let your true love, again, let your heart to me be your compass, and let it be your guide as to what your really true love or true heart's desires are right now, because that's going to help you to regenerate some things. It's going to help you to take the things that you have learned and be able to, like they said, that pain and that suffering, and transform it into something greater. This is like some things have been dead and died, but this is still now giving it some life to that, because you understand right now where you are. It is time to go in your emotions. You know, it's a doorway of opportunity opening. You might can't see your way to it, but again, you feel as if you're being propelled by spirit to be able to go ahead and do that, because you feel like right now that movement there is going to help you to get a leg up on the situation. And this has got a little bear here. So this is about this children. Again, this children is a part of this. So I don't know what it is. If you do have a baby with your divine masculine, or either or there's children even involved, and maybe you in a karmic situation, and that you got to get a leg up when it comes to children. And if there's not children, then again, that inner child within you, you've got to get in touch with, and it's going to help you to get a leg up. I told you even in the Lionsgate thing about how, and I've said that even before, use your inner child as a guide. They will tell you, because they're really coming from that place of really just pureness with nothing on there, because they don't have all that learned experience. And although you've grown up, that inner child is still there, and they'll tell you, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't like him. Yeah, I like him better. Okay. And they could tell you why. Well, I like him because he make me feel like I want to do jumping jacks or cartwheels. Well, when I think about that one, I don't. Or I don't want to do that job because I don't feel happy when I do that. So they'll tell you on that one. Also, with this, as far as this could be the one. You're really trying to me, I'm seeing them showing me a shifter, like they like flour. You shifting and seeing this could be the one. And like they're showing me, it's not only just in the department of a love interest, but it's like this could be one. Is this mission what I'm doing? This could be one. Is this job am I on? This could be the one. So you're really trying to shift and see about that. What they say the romance, which means to me is also the magic that's being formed and connected between you, this person, place, a thing. Because again, here you had soulmates. To me, again, I'm picking up this, they say soulmates, but like it's like what feeds your soul? What feeds your soul? I think about DM, and he was talking about something was bothering him on the job, and he said, "Ooh, that just irks my soul. It just irritates me to my soul." What is it in your soul here that makes you say that feel like a bomb? So again, I'm knowing this could be the one. And get in touch with your soul. And Twin Flame All Stars always say the place of union takes and resides in your soul. Understanding that whatever this thing is, whether it's a person, place, a thing, it has a key to unlock you, because it's got a lock key and somebody's got the key. Penguins is whatever it is, you're gonna feel like that's something. Penguins mate for life. So whatever you're doing, you like this is something for a lifetime, like they say that you're doing. So like even if it's a job or something that you're doing, they say if you can do it without you getting paid, then that's your bliss. That's something that you could do on and never get tired of. With this person, of course, if you with a person, you're gonna have trials and tribulations with that. But at the end of the day, can you still and sound like in Living Color and Mrs. Jenkins say, and we're still together. So can you still be like that couple? They fighting, killing each other, in the next minute, and at the end, they say we still in love. So can you still weather the storm and still say that? Also, right now, like I said, they're showing me a shifter with you all, like shifting things. You're moving into the energies of understanding some things has got the separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Many of us have occurred that has happened with separation with your divine masculine. You probably don't hear any kind of communication going on with them, because whatever they're going through with their third party, their karmic energies, or even if they're not in there, remember the karmic energies, a third party could be a person, place, a thing. Maybe the family is something. So right now, maybe the children are acting up. Okay, so then that is something that you feel that at this time, for you divine feminines, maybe you say, I got to attend to my kids right now. So right now I got to put this connection on hold because little Tommy is having some problems. Okay, so now that's caused a separation for you to do that as well. Some of you all on the opposite, on the flip side of it, the divine masculine has not been maybe in communication, has separated as that too. And so that's something that you've got to deal with, because again, as you see here, he's trying to be his own individual person. It says he's a wise person. Right now, being with you in the connection with you, divine feminines, in order for him to do, you are a distraction. Especially when you talk about divine masculine energies and this males, period. Most of the time, they have to go off and collect their thoughts. I know that from mom, knows that from dad. I know that from dad. I know that from my own DM. Like, what you thinking? He'll tell me, dad will always tell me, hold on a second, let me think about it. I'll tell you in the morning. Then, because by the time you tell him, he like, yeah, he on gung-ho about it. And we get up in the morning, before I know it, I come down, he like, Bertina. I said, oh, Lord, he done changed his mind. He done thought about it. He done got up early in the morning. He done thought about it. And he done shift his mind. He got to get quiet. That means he had to get away from me yapping and telling him all these different options for him to get still to make the decision that was right for him and his soul there. And so that's the same thing. So sometimes, I know we get kind of upset with our DMs. Like, they ain't heard, we ain't talking to me or whatever. So right now, if your divine masculine is not in communication with you, that's a good thing. That means that he's off and he's really thinking about what's going to be the best decision for everybody, every party that's involved right there. Because right now you need that separation so you can build confidence with yourself, so you can have this freedom, so you can be able to honor your own emotions right now. So this is it, because I know in the sunshine circle, I had been led to told me to say this week, turn the focus back on the divine feminines, because we got divine feminines in the circle, and not to be anything else, the karmic, the DM, what he doing. It's about us, because that's what we need to do. That's what's going to be able to draw our divine masculines back to us by us focusing in on what we need at that time. So divine feminines, they gave you really quite a bit of things that you got to kind of like work on according to spirit, as far as with this connection is what you're concentrating on at this time. So that's the divine feminine. I'm gonna put this over here, and I'm gonna put the divine masculine on your side. Okay, so now what's going on?
Wait.
I
was letting you finish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I forgot.
She didn't ask me, do I have anything to say?
Do you have anything to add?
But did you know today she's not?
But
she loves me.
I love you. I do love you.
She loves me. I agree with just about everything you're saying, but as I'm saying, divine feminine is going too fast. She's thinking too fast. And that's why, that's what somewhere along the line when you were up, and then when we went to true love, and then it hit separation. Well, separation. That definitely put the key in it for me. She's going too fast. Everything, like you said, is true, but she's trying to. This is my true love. Okay, she's thinking with that heart again. Okay, then what was the next? It was after separation was true love.
Yeah,
true love, and what was
this order? I put it in the same order it is.
Yeah.
True love, right. This was children. Let your friends help you. True love. This could be the one in separation.
This could be the one. That's what I was looking for. Okay. This could be the one. She don't know, because like you say, she got to go back over here to the divine masculine. He's very deceitful. He looks like he could be the one, but like she said, he got to think about it. So I'm saying you're going too fast, but he could be the one. Not saying that he's not. That's not it. But he could be. Didn't say separation, which really sealed it for me. That when it said separation, she's going a little too fast. Everything is there for her, but she's not thinking. Then your freedom. That was the last one, wasn't this the last one here?
Separation and confidence, right?
That was it.
So she got to build confidence
in herself.
And then she's got to build confidence in the connection in the one that she believes that she's supposed to be with.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying really the same thing. That's why I say she's going too fast. To build confidence, that means you're not quite there yet.
Okay, right. Yeah, she's got to build confidence.
So that's why I say she's going
I know
too
that
fast.
from what I've seen and talking to people, and we kind of like we bouncing all over the place. And it's just like, can you just to me, I would say do an experiment. Right, true. I would say just do an experiment. Just like for like this 30 days and say, let me just see for 30 days and just say, I'm just going to stay in with him and just see where this goes. Like I told my friend. I told my friend, I said, give 30-day grace period. I'm not telling nobody's business. But anyway, and I told her in some way, she already know. And so I told her, I said, you see what he's going to do. Just give him 30 days.
Right.
And then let him trip his own self up about some stuff. Because, again, I see and I hear a lot of us, and we do, just like going back to you saying about moving too fast. I hear some divine feminines, they give it a chance. Okay, I'm gonna hold for it, and then the next 3 days in, okay, I'm with somebody else. Well, what happened? I seen somebody called me old soulmate from back then called me, and I took that as a sign that I'm supposed to be with somebody else. Okay, all right, you could go ahead and try. That's fine. That's your own thing, because that's what your heart desires. But again, like you say, if you're going by your advice and saying you're moving too fast, give it sometimes just 30 days. I'm just going to stay the course. I don't care about what comes my way. This guy from the past comes, because that ain't nothing but just the universe coming and testing you, saying, does she really want this? Are you really on this pedestal very firm? Or are you sitting up there like, anybody could knock you off this pedestal and just say, shoot, by that one. So to me, it would be a prudent just say, I'm just going 30 days. It's either one or the two. It's 30 days I'm not thinking about going back or finding nobody new. Or it's 30 days I'm just going to stay with Team Him. Because like I said, I know even with me, what's going on, you got this COVID thing. I said, well, then God had already put it up there. I mean, I don't know how you go dating during COVID. I'm like, so to me, it looked like that's a way for the spirit to say, God said, I done blocked you, so don't even be thinking about trying to find nobody else. Stick with what you got and work on yourself. And them your two options.
You cannot help what the other person is saying.
Right, or doing, right. But right now, this is what you going to do on that one. So that's just I keep on harping that on some of you all. And it looked like spirit is saying that for the divine feminines. Just hold.
Hold
Your horses. I see all these horses. Hold your unicorn.
I can speak from personal experience. I had a long, as Bertina is saying, wait. Then he came. But I can't say everybody can do that.
Right.
Mine may went into years, but I knew what I wanted. But see, I can't say everybody knows that. Because so much temptation is coming your way. And like she said, the old person may come back, this person may come back. Not to matter that you're not feminine and other people are looking at you. But what are you doing to hold and wait for this true love that you feel that it is going to come back into your life? Because right now they're thinking. She's thrown all that out. That doesn't mean that they're not coming towards you, but they're not just ready. I think the other day we had that that was a young man say that he was awaiting, doing his own thing, right?
Right, he said, the divine masculine.
Now, does that person, is she going to await the divine masculine? That's up to her. He didn't say he didn't care, but he's doing his own thing.
Right, he said he's getting ready to. I'm sure the divine feminine would have liked to have heard that. And she said, at least if you give me a sign that I'm waiting, say, I'm just trying to get my money together. And then once I got that, I'm on my way to you. Now, if I hear you say that, okay, hey, well, let me work on making some more cards. Let me go ahead and do some more videos. I can keep myself busy. Don't worry about that. But I want to know what's the carrot at the end of the tunnel? What you dangling in front of me, and am I going to actually get that carrot at the end? So I'm sure all of us will. If we know that you say, listen, this is truly, I ain't looking at nobody else. I'm trying to work myself so I can come to you as my best version of me. I get rid of this deceitfulness and this hostility, and then once I get that together, I'm ready for you. Then we can do that. So now we're going to move on to the divine masculine energies. And right now it said the heart of the matter with him is that he's healing family issues. Says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Again, they said with this Lionsgate, we're doing with this divine, or you are your mother. Again, the mother is the aspect. Beforehand, we was looking at the father. Again, so when I look at this again, let's look at the mother in the aspect of how does she hold more of the divine masculine energies. This is that one that mama was a doer, but she didn't do a lot of nurturing. Okay, so that goes back to, again, to create that balance there. She acted more so the role because maybe she was a single parent. I always say that, and I'm not knocking anybody, but most of the time that these masculines that's raised by single parents, again, and I guess that's a trigger warning. This is controversial too. If you don't have any other kind of role models of males that's out there to kind of help to create that balance with that, there could be kind of semi of an imbalance there. I see them having more tendencies of having more feminine things more than masculine. And I know single parents out there, you try your best to show them both sides of it. You show them with your hustle, how you get things, you provide for the family, and you're doing all that stuff. But it's still nothing like that masculine energies that goes in it, that gets poured into the divine masculine as well. If they don't have it, now it don't have to be directly you could get the mentor, or the uncle takes on, or older brother takes on that thing to kind of help him to take on that role. But again, when I see this here, this is coming up again about this divine, this mother to me, when I see this in playing this role of being dad and mom together. And like they had, some people had the controversy and they saying about Hallmark, it's like, some of the people like, I don't like when they got, on Father's Day, you got Mother's Day card. The mother would say, this is for you acting as the father for me, and that kind of brings that kind of, it flares up because they, like some men say, nobody can take that place of that male role. It's just something that you can do your best, but there's just some things that, and I can see that even from Dad, and I can see that even from DM and all that stuff. We say you got like a little missing ingredient there. It's just like a pound cake. Yeah, you still a pound cake, you know, but you know that icing would have took it to the top. A little drizzle of some icing on there. It's missing something. You've had those kind of things like that, and that's the same thing with that. So I'm not saying you're less of a man. I'm not sure you can share your comments down at the bottom, but again, there's still something that is missing spiritual wise, that spiritual thing of your presence being there, seeing that role model, how a man acts, how he reacts. Now some of them, yes, I can hear some of you say, well, sometimes the man could be in the life where they could be toxic. I get that and I understand that, and that also is something that's got to be healed too as well, is seeing that male role model, and that's why the mother comes in and step in and try to fill in that gate. But again, it's still, as a parent, your job, and sometimes the kids would do that, and I seen that even in my classroom. The kids would go and gravitate, say, I ain't had this, so I'm gonna find somebody. I like this teacher, you be my role model. Or they'll find somebody else at the Boys and Girls Club and say, I like how he operates, he's something that missing ingredient, and I go lingered on to them. But again, that still proves my theory that they know within themselves instinctively something's missing, because here we got this tribe card. This is why I'm saying this is again playing yourself small, because of whatever this family issue that they have within them that needs to be healed. You got this giraffe. They're playing themselves small as they're going by. It's keeping this old dynamic of family. It's keeping them in house in this thing, that this old way of thinking, these concepts and these ideologies, these old paradigms that's got to go. And they're finding themselves, they got like a little parrot here, which means you're parroting, which means you're mimicking the same things that you know that don't suit, because a parrot is going to be repeated. I've seen that on a marriage top video. Like, but some of them, they saying obscenities. Bye, big booty, because they heard the the owner say that, and so then the parents say that. Bye, big booty. Bye, big booty. Every time you come past, like, what the heck? So you know, my thing is, it don't have no brain. It's just going on automatic about what's being seen, and that's the same thing that I'm saying about the family issues again. That's got to be, because again, that's baggage. You see somebody got a suitcase there. This again, once they be able to do that, they'll be able to breathe. Okay, he'll say, breathe again, breathe again. Oh, I shall never breathe again. So this here, Tony Braxton here helping you to be able to breathe, because it's going to help you to elevate, to levitate, and ascend, to go to the next level. Right now with the divine master, what's the issue with this here, with these family issues, is again, it messes up his even exchange of feelings, of love, of emotions, because it keeps him right there in the box. This is like a jack in the box. Somebody is cranking him to do the same dance and the same gig over and over again. That goes back to that parenting, because of the way of what the emotions and the hurts and the wounds that was placed because of this family. He's masking his emotions too, and he's finding himself dancing to somebody else's tune. Although you're trying to play like you're flexible in life, but again, you're not. It's not enabling you to be able to think outside the box. Any kind of things that comes to you as far as romance or problems on the job or something like that, you're gonna always come to that same cookie cutter way, because that's the Booker way, or that's the Johnson's way, and I can't think of no other way of being able to do that, because that's the way it's been taught. So that's why it's got to be healed, because you got to get to the point to understand this is not for you. I ain't even looking at these cards. They always give me a thing. This is not for you here. You got to learn how to come up with your own strategies. That's what they say about becoming wise. In order for you to play chess, baby, you can't be no dummy.
That's true.
You got to sit there, and I got to study this. Okay, the rook take pawn, pawn takes knight to bishop, okay, and then I'll leave it open, so then I could be able to take their king, and then I could, whatever the next step is. I'm just saying this off top of the head. Don't tell me I'm doing the stuff right. I ain't no Bobby Fischer. But my thing is my thing, I always say, don't move until you see it. I know that's my famous thing. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to study this. I'm going to study this board called life until I know. Because again, how you going to be able to do that again is to look at the window of your soul, to understand what no longer suits you. I got to forget about the Johnson way, forget about the Booker way. I got to look and find out what is Bertina's way, what is Shirley's way, what is for me. That might have worked for mom back then, but is that really truly working for the times I'm in now? Okay, so now you again, I'm not looking at these cards here. You want this new life. You guys, I'm coming out. I want want the world to know. So you breaking out your shell. Again, here comes this confidence. Now that's interesting. They're matching up. Here we go with mirroring. She's trying to get confidence. This is a pedestal on her end, and there's a pedestal on his end. Again, in his emotions coming out of here. These wings are not really quite ready to fly. She's ready. Her wings are well developed. His isn't. Okay, so we emotionally understanding to honor our emotions. We're working at that. We're at that page energy where I want to do it, but again, I'm not well developed to be able to do that. But like I said, because we got to deal with this deceit. Because to me, sometimes a wise person, this is like a person who got like a temper, like a hot head. Okay. This goes back to what you're saying, not thinking, and the divine masculine is showing to be like he's a hot head.
Okay.
This comes to 3D things about material, and she's you saying thinking too fast. He's slow to move and thinking. She's moving too fast when it comes to the spiritual things, and he's being a hothead when it comes to the material things. And that's why they're saying he's got to think. But again, some of this hot-headedness, this tantrum things, comes from family, comes from what he's seeing being played at. So again, he's got to be able to clean up some things. He's got to be able, like an elk, be able to stand, which is a symbol of authority. Stand very firm, clean up the things that's in the air. He got to clean the air, like maybe the air between him and the mom. Let's clean the air about this, what's going on here. Let's clean the air about this stuff. And you got to do
out.
Yeah, let's get that cleaned out before I make any more further movements towards going to what I want as far as that. In the emotions, when we're talking about, that's the heart. Come on, wherever you are. When we're talking about this here, emotions here for the divine feminine, clear. She has hope about this, what she wants about this love. But recognition, but she's got to really recognize it and truly see it for what it is. Right. Cause she's got to move into the energies they say of being content about it. Okay, I see it. That's what I am. I'm content about it, and then relax about what she's seeing. It keeps on saying ask for help. So divine feminine, some kind of way you need somebody else to put a second pair of eyes on things. So you can become light. You are the lighthouse. That's what I say about that energy. Stop trying to be almost, she look like to be like she want to become the explorer. Like she's got that runner energy. And it's got a lighthouse, which means for you, you got to stay there. You are the light. Remember, you are the divine feminine energies is pretty much known to be the most aware, which means you're the one who's in the lead that's helping to lead the divine masculine here. And you got to be able to learn how to be able to communicate that. As well, not only to yourself, to other people, to the divine masculine energies too. Okay, also for the divine masculine, I felt that was what this mystery, this deceit stuff, whatever it is that you were dealing with underneath the surface, you got to get with the program here emotionally here. That's there. You got to have patience. Because I felt like, then I said patience was, I said you feel like you're hot-headed. Right. He got a temper here. And then your innocence, going back to your innocence, was about sovereign being, which innocence means to be, go back to your childhood.
I got that.
You got to go back and revisit that. As well. Let's just keep with the connection. I don't care about that. Okay, so now where are you as far as right now? Where's the other cards? Oh, let's see it. Where are you right now? Clear. When you talk about your energies. So let's cut that. Yeah, these two. Divine feminine. Ooh. Ooh. Divine masculine. Okay, so now here we go. Luna, this illusion, you got this double-mindedness that's going on here, divine feminines. This is two different, this is you two different ways. Looking at it 1 minute here, you want to offer this cup of love. 1 minute you're saying you want to be able to look at yourself as self-reflection about what's going on. understanding the way your aspect of this perspective is as the way you are seeing this going on with this is really, you've got to take those two perspectives and put them together. You got this pearl. You have to remember, in order an oyster and a pearl, remember that's caused, in order for them to have this pressure pearl, the oyster is irritated inside there. It's like a piece of grain of sand, and over time it keeps on throwing the secretions over it and over again until it produces this pearl. You're being irritated. That goes back again, I said about this gateway understanding. This is the clincher right here. Again, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. This is what this is. This is represented by this oyster, understanding the pearl. You got this pain and suffering, which has been irritating to you, but understanding through that, you're gaining and creating a pearl of greater capacity of love. You've got to take these two concepts here and marry them, which is, again, create that union into one. Have that self-reflection, but still at the same time want to still be willing to offer a cup of love through your intuition and awareness. Not looking at the illusion like, okay, I'm going to look at myself because I'm flawless. I'm going to look at myself and I'm going to hold this cup of love, but look from it a different aspect, which is I'm reflecting, I'm seeing, taking self-respect, introspection of self, but then at the same time, I'm still offering this cup of love too. We got this 5 of Wands here as well. You want this divine, you want this connection between you and the divine masculine. I see that, but you got a lot of stuff that you got to deal here. That's behind. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Behind the curtains, what's actually happening with you is that you're slandering the truth. You got this cup of love that looks like that's sitting there. It looks like it's empty. And again, of this self-reflection again, and you got it on the table, but you're not utilizing it. Because again, that's that stalemate kind of energies, or that fork in the road. It's like, I see this is what I want, but again, this is hiding behind the shadows. Let me look and see. I want to see, just to see, do I get any other kind of, is this in here? That's not that one. Okay, that's one. 5 of Wands. Let me see if I see anything with this here. 5 of Wands. Watching. The magic jug with 3 ribbons. Good luck and happiness are not always and only for ourselves, but can be passed on to others, expecting that someone will give them to us in the future. And that's what I say is a stalemate. So again, you have this, I told you about that withholding for this one, but that looks like it carries over to this one. You got to deal with that cup that you are able. This is possibilities. You can offer that cup and fill that up too. But again, you got to take introspection. You got to watch how you are actually storm approaching. Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. Say storm is about to approach, Ma.
Oh, what is it? I don't know.
You just sent the thing there.
Oh, no,
okay.
That's all right.
Okay, and so then again, slanting the truth about some things there as well. So this is what's going on with that one. No wonder my elbow was hurting. It's that one. So that's one, and then we have here the divine masculine. Interesting. He wants to really have this conversation with the divine master. He really wants to communicate with it. He's got a lot of things that he's dealing with, but here in what's actually wants to do, he wants to communicate to the divine master, and he wants a divine master to the divine feminine. He wants her to be able to feel his heart as he's talking, because he's closing. It's like, let me do all the communicating, let me do all the talking. He's been here in the background. He's been hard at work. This is some things that he's been doing and behind the scenes that she don't know about that as well. We have that show this is that one, and then we also have him. He really wants to merge the two. He's got duality too going on here, just like her. But see, she's separated. He's trying to merge the two, the divine masculine here. So this, to me, if you look at it, you wouldn't know the difference between her and him. It looks like it's all one. Right. But this is her. Yeah, so he wants to really actually embrace her. Both of them are vulnerable. Both of them are nude here. Both of them got their boots that's made for walking. They could walk, but again, the divine masculine really wants to move into this energies of being in the emperor energies and embracing the divine feminine, his emotions. Now that could be within himself. You could split it. He really wants to embrace his emotions, and really be truly in his thinking, in his power as well. Although he knows both ways, both of them are able to walk off as well. But this is a merging of coming together, and this is what he wants within himself and outside. The divine feminine too, she's got two aspects of her, but she's got to watch it because she's based in upon illusions, but she's got to find a way how to put both of those things together. On that one, anything else came to you about what I just showed there?
No. I just this dove, which dove always represents love. It's love there, but it's off in the distance.
Oh, right. They're having peace there. Okay, it's off to the distance for that one. Okay, so right now, what's going on with the connection actually? Okay, let's see what's happening with the connection. Clear.
Flames down at the bottom.
For the divine feminine and how they're actually seeing this connection. That's their overall feels about it. But what's actually like, that's that one. So what's going on with the connection? Okay, he ain't talking that much. Divine feminine got a lot. So divine feminine wants the divine, she wants intimacy with the divine masculine here. Oh, sorry, I didn't do a hung. I heard somebody say, I can't see it. So she wants the intimacy because he's holding her breast here. She looks like to me like let's kind of talk about this connection of me being open to you right now. That's kind of like that. Most time when they're in position like that's that pillow talk. Let's talk. Okay, about us. You being in his heart space, the divine master is trying to communicate in his thinking, because that's at his crown, about him being also in his heart space. And she's like, okay, well, let's talk about it. You know, I see you trying to help me remain open to it, but I want to really talk about this too. The divine master, she wants to see the divine master in his heart space as well. She wants this intimacy with it. She wants both of them to be embraced in there. But again, this divine feminine, the dog is on her side. So again, we're talking about here the loyalty for her when it comes to this. How is it able? That's concerning. I'm picking this up for her. The loyalty, his having healthy connections with her, and then also being able to the nurture, which is again nurturing this connection as well. Nurture, friendliness, and loyalty. Those are the three things that the dog represents there as well. The divine masculine, she wants to make sure when it comes to this connection, as far as in the actions, that he's really grounded and rooted in his emotions. That says right there. That's a stance of power. Like, I'm really firmly here, and I can help you to balance her to be like really wide open to it, and then holding on to the divine masculine. So this is what she wants to see. This is again, she wants that also again, the divine masculine to be also very balanced where he is in his emotions. She's got a little toe in there too again. She needs to also be able to be willing to kind of dip her toe into it, which means again, like I said, I'm just going to dip my big toe into the water. So again, she's got to be willing to go on that edge to create and go in there and risk it too. In this divine thing, she understands she's got to do that in order to remain open with the divine masculine and hold on to him. So again, it seems like to be when it comes to this connection, the divine feminine also wants to stay in the driver's seat. This is again another power move where she's on over him as well. Right. He's vulnerable as well. She's in the position. They're connected. And really be able to, me when I say, it's like, are you able to receive this love? Are you able to receive this connection? This is what's going on. You can look at that. You want to say that again. For this about the connection. For the divine masculine here, energies here, he wants to offer this cup of love. It might be very small to him that he's offering to her. But again, he knows when it comes to this connection that the divine feminine, anytime I see them have their hand back, that lets me know she's still linked to the past.
Wait.
She's got a hand back. This is to the past. That means I'm still linked to the past. She's got to learn again. It's a sword too. This is Seven of Swords. When he says a conflict in her thinking, he's moving into the divine masculine, moving into his bliss. His eyes and the way he's looking there, I don't see like a really. He's focused now. What he's focused on is like. To me, this goes that card. I'm offering you this cup. I ain't gonna really look at you to see about what your reaction is. It's like, here's these flowers. He's like, oh, thank you, but they just shoving it to you. You know, you have divine masters and males have done that. That's very awkward when they're in their place of their bliss and their love, and they do very awkward things. that you can't understand that. So this is here, sometimes it could be misconstrued, but they really mean that. But it's just like here, that way. And so in the communications there as well. And so this is what's going on for the divine masculine as far as what we talk about this connection. Now let's talk about this karmic actions that's going on. The karma, what's the lessons that they're learning? Clear. For divine feminine. For divine masculine, what's happening? Woohoo! Oh, got some things. That's divine. Somebody said that's divine. Truthy on that one. Divine confirmation. Where it fall? Oh, that's quite a bit there.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Hold on a sec. That's it. Walk around you to go get that.
Oh, one bit.
Okay. That's all he is. Okay. This time he gonna talk. He got a lot of explaining, like Lucy said. You got a lot of explaining to do. Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do. So let's see, because I guess he really, I like that deceitful stuff there. Interesting. Nope. There we go here. Okay, so with the divine feminine here, we got a One of Cups. She really is practicing Ace of Cups here, which really lets me know self-love, having that cup there and really learning how to fill up her own cup. When I look at this card here, this looks like, again, here in Lenny Kravitz, I want to get away. I want to get away. So again, your freedom, she wants to kind of still kind of get away. Here I'm seeing it's a feminine here, and I see also a masculine here, because I see this here karmic. He's got the white wig on, so he's in his karmic things there. Let's look at number 7. Number 7, the Chariot, right? Okay, this flight, leaving security behind one. The end of indulgence, the search for adventure to give away to flattery, right? And that's why I say facing situations devisively. So again, she wanted to get away. That's what's represented in this one. We got here now, who is that? 9 of what? Oh, those wands. We got 9 of wands here. Again, the divine masculine is spying. He's on Facebook. He's stalking. He's looking at you to see about, like, what kind of actions are you taking as far as ending cycles. So you might not have heard from him, but he sure is spying on you from afar. And so he see you working on it. So to me, she's, again, when I see that that kind of thing that it helps to brace you right here in this area, that's your solar plexus. He's trying to see how you standing in your power. He watching you from afar, so that's what he's trying to look and see with that one. We got here, we got the 6 of Cups here, which lets you know that, again, you feel like to be, again, this is nostalgia. This kind of you kind of thinking you like to be, you playing the whole scenario, the whole everything all over again about this connection with the divine masculine, how this karmic is playing the part here, because anytime I see a fan there, that means that's the false person. The false person is the karmic. That's the third. That's the what you call the other woman. That's the other one that's in their connection. So this is her. This is the divine feminine thinking about herself. This is again the divine feminine thinking about her wanting to be in with the divine masculine, because he's got the karmic. He ain't divine yet, so he's still in that karmic. This hostility, this off, this is distortion. He's thinking about this karmic being in the center of this whole situation here, and also how the divine masculine is thinking. She wants to know what is in her karma. What is the divine masculine thinking? She feels in some ways that he's probably worried, because he looked worried, like my mind is somewhere, and he's worried as well. So he don't know what to do. Right? He's like, it's just a burden on him. You can tell right now it's a burden right here. So that's what's going on with that. I'm not looking that up because that speaks for itself. Okay, this is all the divine masculine cards here. Okay, so now, woohoo! This guy here, again, the divine masculine is doing Kenny Rogers, playing the wrong, again, he trying to know when to fold and know when to walk away, know when to run. So here, he doesn't want anybody to know. He got that poker face there. He does not want anybody to know exactly what his hand and what he's actually doing. The karmic here, the karmic is right here. She got the fan here. Anytime they got a fan, that's the karmic. Sit by his side, she don't even know what the hell he's doing. He got his mask on here, and he's got the 10 of Wands here. The divine masculine here, again, this is 9 of Swords here. He's got a conflict here in his thinking. He really wants to be with the divine feminine because she ain't got no white wig, so this is divine feminine. She really wants to, again, she's still working on working on his power. He really wants to, this divine masculine wants intimate time with the divine feminine. He really does. He's stimulating her. He's trying to speak sweet enough that she look like she say, I'm listening, but I don't know we gonna continue this no further. That might be all you get is a copper feel from me, and that's all you about to do right up in here right now. Right now we got the 5 of Wands here. Okay, next one. So we got some fighting. There's some arguments going on. There's some fighting going on. Yeah. Now the argument could be with himself. They go back to this hostility again. They go to swords and this deceit here. I'm picking up again.
I forgot about that.
Wands, 5 of Wands. Imitation, training, preparation, vanity, dispute for futile reasons, test up. Now what jumps off for me is that this fighting that he has within himself to really be in his spiritual power or his real true divinity is being sparked by an actual argument or a fight that's going on in the 3D. That could be also with a person because he's feeling very defensive. You know, a lot of times you get defensive, you trying to figure out a way. People keep on talking to you. You know, I wish you'd leave me alone so I could really damn think about how I can get out this situation. That's one thing that's going on. What also jumps off the page when I say that dispute for futile reasons is like little petty things. You know, a lot of times when you're irritated, little petty things. Anything set you off. It's like, damn, I just asked you about what you want today. You know, where the hell this come from? So this is it, because he's on a bridge and it looks like to me he's trying to get to the other side on this way, and so he's fighting. He's right there on the in between, just like the divine feminine, trying to find the way. Here we got this divine masculine here with this karmic here. He's still playing to the devil in the pale moonlight. He's still playing around when it comes to this. You got 10 of Pentacles here. Which again, he's still courting and still messing around with this, dancing with this thing, courtship, proposal. He's given, according to this, he's fighting with it, but maybe he's gotten a proposal with the karmic here. He's proposed something to her. With that, I'm gonna have to investigate to see what that is about. It's a long one. As well. This is 3. This is the karmic again here in the emotions here. 3 of Swords. There, desire for freedom, cold, difficult thoughts to put oneself in question. This is what I picked up. This don't have anything to do with the divine feminine, divine karmic here, the karmic here. This has to be about him and his emotions and the karma that's going on there that he's learning about. So again, here he wants freedom, but right now this is becoming a very difficult decision here. He really wants to propose something to this karmic here, but he really wants, see, the problem is with this divine masculine, he want to make everybody happy while he's trying to plan his exit, and this ain't gonna really happen. You know, everybody ain't gonna be, it's not gonna be amicable. That's the word they bring it to me. You want to end things on amicable terms with this and hoping that she will be okay. And that may or may not. It depends on where she is and her thought process on this one. And then so we end here with the karma here. We have here, which is the 8 of Pentacles here, which is looking, the divine masculine is looking to the divine feminine to be able to heal him. On that one, that's what he's looking. He's looking to his divine feminine to help him, because he's lying in the bed.
He's lying in the bed, but see what they say.
Tell you, it's almost look like it said my name. Look, Bettina.
Yeah, sure did.
Bettina taught Casanova the first things about women.
That's what I was just wishing to say. She's teaching him something.
Right, she's teaching him. So in some ways, he's looking at the divine feminine, to kind of really...
Some kind of, what we call it, exclamation. Are you going to do it? What's happening?
Coming out of an illness or ignorance. It's like he's ignorant. So you know what? The divine masculine might even... If they really feel open, and this is what I'm picking up, it depends on your connection where you are. This divine masculine might come this week and say, you know what, with his truth, I want to talk to you about the karmic situation. We've all had, well, some of us, it depends on how your connection is with your person. I've done that in relationships with guys, and they've talked about the other person, and then I just honestly pulled myself out of it and say, okay, well, let me give you advice about what's actually going on with this person and what this woman is thinking at this point. And if you really want freedom out of this, this is what you're going to have to do. So don't be surprised, depending on your connection with your DM, they might come to you and ask you advice about, this is what's actually going on, and you put your own feelings and shift it over to the side and just really deal with them as they're giving you that information. That's what I'm picking up that's happening with that. It's like, again, and that's funny, it looks just like my name said, Bettina, mine's Bertina, with that, helping and saying, I need help on this. I don't know how to get on this situation, and so just be open. I've warned you, be open when they come to you with that situation as well. I wanted to know about what's this courtship? Why are you courtshipping? What the heck is that about? I don't know
if he really means it or...
What we said, it was like he was giving, yeah, you gotta watch that if that's what you're doing, clear about that. Explain that fight to me, that fight. It was the fight, not that one, because I came up with an explanation of what that was, because he gonna try to see if he could propose something to it that'd be a nice way to kind of the whole thing. So right now, he's fighting. Going to this card, this is why I want an explanation on this card about them fighting on this bridge. He's fighting these downloads again. Spirit told him what he got to do, and he's still kind of like, yeah, but him hawking with that again. What else do you want to explain about that? That's what's going on with that. Because I'm like, why are you courting? It's like, it may not. You got to get to a point that you just surrender. He understands that he's getting information about this main female, which is the divine feminine. Understanding that she's in her power. She's got something to put on the table. She's got beauty to present, and she's all right with being in the driver's seat. Right. He understands that she's in the driver's seat. The next thing is coffin. It's death. It's death. It's time to put. He ain't got download about the who the main woman is. The divine feminine is. It's time to put an end to what's going on there, and especially now this is the karmic for me card. Privileged ladies karmic. Her privileges is revoked. It's time to revoke them privileges. She didn't put on a nice show. It was nice. We was entertained. I feel like what's that? Bohemian Rhapsody. At the end of the show is that one. What's with Queen? It's the end. It's time to wrap that up right there. He didn't got that. That's what he's fighting with. Understanding that you are the divine feminine is the main female. Understanding it's time to put an end to that. And right now with this privileged lady here, it's time to revoke her privileges. He didn't got that. And that's what he's fighting on. He's fighting himself on that. Fighting himself. On that one. He's fighting himself on that.
He may win, he may not, because here she seems to still be in control here. She's giving.
That's the divine feminine. That's not the karmic.
Well, I know, but that's him. He's letting her then have the
right. The divine feminine is good. Right. The one. Ain't nobody's good or bad, but she's still the one. Right.
Yeah. He's still, to me, he's still the divine feminine, but something he doesn't understand. But you go back to the coffin. It's gonna be dead if he don't get a good understanding of it. Right. Okay. Okay, that goes two ways too.
And what you say is privileged lady, that's the karmic.
Okay. If he doesn't get a good understanding, it will be dead. She's giving him everything, but then he goes back. Where's that courtship? This what kind of throws me off. And here, what would you say? She had these 3 swords. She was.
That's the emotions of the divine
him,
masculine. Understanding that what he's got to do a hard decision. They said.
Hard decision. I don't know if he made it up yet, but if he don't make it up, coffin.
Okay.
It's gonna be dead. She's not gonna twin or no twin. Or right now she's. What did I say? That's why I try to write my things down.
Well, that's what they saying over here. That she's got the divine feminine. This is her over here. She's got to know, and that's what they said. They did say separation there.
Right,
you know, if
separation.
you don't understand
if
that,
you don't understand, it's gonna be separation. That's it.
On that part,
She done did everything. She's beautiful, dressed herself up, privileged lady.
that's karmic.
The karmic. That's the karmic. You say it's karmic.
Right.
Okay. In his with him, right? This is
right.
Divine.
No, that's not the divine. This is the divine woman.
And what is he? This.
And that's the karmic. That's the other. You call it the other lady. That's the one who's not. You got to remember again.
This is the other lady.
Right. Remember, this is the way.
Well, the other lady must be waiting for him then.
Right, because she feels like she's the one that's in the privileged spot.
Well, that's it. Then that's it. Then that's it. That's
right. So I mean, you have to remember again that I told you before for that one. Is God, the divine feminine and divine masculine. That's married by God. The karmic person, to be where I look at it, is flashing, is the outside woman, the other woman, as you call it. They don't belong in the connection. So when you see that, again, the karmic is that. It's not the opposite way. I don't care if they married or whatever. That's not the
karmic woman here over here?
No.
No, she couldn't be. Okay. Storms coming, everything flashing.
Right. No, she's not the karmic woman now. That's because she got brown hair. There. Okay, let's get to the solutions because it's flashing. I don't know what's happening there on that one. Okay, because that part on that one.
What
okay.
What you saying up there? You're saying something.
No, that's somebody called.
Oh,
that's
all
I'm saying now.
Oh, you want to.
Let me see. Who's the catalyst? For the divine feminine. Clear. Speaks to me. Okay, we got Joker for the divine feminine here. What's catalyst here is that she don't really think that the divine masculine is really taking things too seriously. That's what she's saying, and she thinking that the divine masculine, when I see him like this, is pretty much is that the one? Let me just make sure it's another one. God, I don't know how that would be that because you on your own. The divine masculine here, Detroit West, that's player. Understanding that he is the one that has everything able to. It shouldn't be bothering you because you got to be cooked up to me. Is the one who is in charge. He's got everything. But is that a meter? Look like is that a weighing? Look like he's weighing things. Ain't that like a scale?
You don't want to do that.
Scale? Like he's got to balance some things.
Scale,
right.
Money.
Right. Money. He's got to balance that material world. That's why she's viewing the divine masculine. She say he got to balance some things. And then what is the divine masculine? Yeah, it's coming. Okay, and he's saying with the divine feminine, when he looks, he's the catalyst for him to push him on. That's looking at with this one is for him, the karmic is the callous, because this is what, again, she's like, she love herself, she love the money, loves the bling bling and everything. So that's the callous for him on that one. Okay, all right, hurry up. Okay, so now, yeah, I'm about to do the what you call it?
Before we go out.
Yeah, okay, I got you. I know you're holding from me. We just sit here. Okay, what is the divine feminine? Clear. I got to do my contract. Just hold on. What's going to change for the divine feminine? Not so many, just one card. Thank you. What's going to dietary changes? She's got to cut some things out that no longer feeds her. Okay. And for the divine masculine, he got to get a new exercise program. I mean, what things is he exercising and actually doing? He's got to change. He got to do that. Divine feminine, your dietary, again, as far as you getting the spirit, how you getting the downloads, how you standing in your power, how you with your heart things, you got to lead by all those things to help you to be able to know what things you need to keep on feeding off of, what things you need to let go. For the divine masculine, your new exercise program for you is, again, how you're going to be able to connect with people healthily, how you're going to be able to manifest things, how you get the downloads to help you understand what things you actually need to do, because that's your crown chakra that's being represented there, and to get into your bliss, and also as far as in your heart. And then what things do you need to surrender? Clear. Divine feminine needs to surrender to low self-esteem. Okay, it says you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Divine feminine, you also need to surrender negative thinking. We said about that thinking too. You have to control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. And the divine masculine, what he has to surrender. Well, I love it when it does that. Surrender your attachments to results. You keep on looking at, if I do this again, like I said, you courting her because you figure at the end, I want to make sure I make everybody happy with this courtship stuff. And that's not always going to be it. And especially how you looking at how the family did it, the Johnson way, that's not going to be helpful as well too. So surrender your attachment to results, because the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen and then let it go. That's the same thing with that. You didn't say that, you got to get out of it, but you can't keep on courting and messing with her, because then you get like grandma, you keep on stirring and shit, you make it stink worse. So just let that go. And so then let go of the results, and holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. That goes then, you like I said, it'll be death to everything. He ain't going to have the divine feminine, and he ain't going to have the daggone karmic either, if he keep on doing what he doing. That's another way of looking at things, what you said that. You end up, you be loser on both ends, especially with how the divine feminine is thinking. There, I forgot about this one. I forgot the shadow too. That's all right. Clear. Divine feminines. They want you to, again, concentrate on yourself. Selfhood right there. Work on that. Work on yourself. Work on the rebirth that helped that was there earlier about the regeneration too card there. Like a phoenix, burn things down and don't be afraid to start all over again, and guide us for destruction. Again, like I said, sometimes you might even have to find yourself tearing things down and just reconstructing it back over again. When it comes to the divine mass and the divine energies that they want you to get into is about divine masculine. Thank you. Goddess of rage. In your emotions, you got to get upset about things. You got to find courage to really just say, hey, things happen, express yourself. Don't hold it in. Or they say hostilities, but use that rage for good. Sometimes rage can help to propel you to actually do things. And right now you're trying to be a peacemaker for everything.
Feel like scream.
Right, do it. Right. And to do that one, I forgot about this one. Then they're going to the last one. Okay, clear. Alright, divine feminine, your shadow that you got to work with is naked before the stars. How you presenting yourself to other people, how you're able to again really be truly in touch with the skin that you're in here. That's what it means, naked before the stars, you know, as far as even in the spiritual walk, and just really strip yourself down bare to be able to take it from there, and to be able to express what is the true love that you want with yourself. That's that cup of love they're saying about self-love. And then with the divine masculine, your shadows that you're working with as well, this speaks to me, is this me? Right now you acting as if you are not your own person. You're acting as if somebody else has control over you. You got your truth, and you got your truth slanted the way that you believe in your emotions it should be. And it's right now you're getting to the point that you're saying, is this actually me? You don't even recognize yourself. That goes back to that deceit again. That's what we're saying. That goes back to that deceit again.
Right.
Okay. Oh, it came out my ring. Then can I find it? Okay. So now, next one, what is over under all energies? And that's it. And it's a wrap. Clear. The same one it failed. They want the overall energies for both of you all to have that Ace of Cups. Practice self-love. Right. For both the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They want both of you all to practice self-love at this point. That's what it is. And I said that about that. That's why I say I wouldn't be looking for doing no Jody Watley, looking for no new love or doing nothing right now at this time and period. Until we get all this clear out. You actually know what love is, and for him to clear out these family issues he got, this hostilities, the deceit when it comes to family as well. All right then, don't forget about tomorrow. We'll be on here 1 p.m. Central Time live with Maya. You can ask her questions as well. And that is the end of the connection for the twin flames between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. All right, it was kind of long, but we had to kind of cover quite a bit. It seemed like on both energies, so that's 2 of them. All right, and all right, Mama, you can close it. You got any thoughts?
Any thoughts? Everything that you said here seems to be right. I mean, I agree with just about everything. I told you the ones that I didn't say I didn't agree, but I could add more to it.
Right, okay.
That's what it is. I could add more to it.
Okay.
And everything.
All right, and as always, by sign us off, what is it?
Shalom, shalom.
And as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you. Bye.